Hello party people, welcome back to my channel. So today I'm going to be talking all about my tattoos. I have a few that I've accumulated throughout the past few years. I started getting tattoos when I was 18, I'm now 21, so it's been a few years. I definitely plan to get many more because I love tattoos so much. I'm a Gemini rising, apparently that's like a placement for people to get a shit ton of tattoos. I don't know if that's true, but that's a fun fact for you. In case you're new here, hi, I'm Nika. I'm from Slovenia and I make videos about all sorts of things. So if you like this, you can subscribe. Also turn on your post notifications. It's just gonna allow you to see when I actually post videos, and check out my Instagram as well while you're at it. Okay, so this is probably gonna be chatty. I like to talk and I just wanna talk about everything. I wanna talk about the meaning, the pain, where I got it, all that stuff. If you're into that, keep on watching and let's get started. Okay, so I guess I'm gonna go in order. So the first one that I got was this Bumblebee. The reason why I got this is because my grandma used to call me a bumblebee, and I spent a lot of time at my grandparents' house when I was little with my cousins, and it's just like one of the nicer memories of my childhood. And I feel like when you're a kid, you're truly yourself, and so this kind of resembles that. Also, at the time when I got this tattoo, I was still in therapy and I was still, you know, ramming through trying to get healthy again. And at that time I found out about inner child therapy and I was doing a lot of that, and it was the first thing that I did that really like connected me to myself and my emotions. At that time I had like no compassion for myself and I thought everything was my fault. I thought I was like the trash of this planet, if I'm completely honest. And so when I started doing inner child therapy, it really connected me back to myself, and it made me realize that everything, all the bad things that I'm doing to myself now, I'm doing to my inner child, to that little Nika that my grandma called Bumblebee, and I was just like happily running around and was just innocent, and I'm doing all those things to her as well. And so it's just a little reminder, and now when I really like sit and think about this tattoo, it just reminds me of how far I've come with my recovery and what a great relationship with myself and with little Nika I have now, and we're like best pals. So yeah, I got this one in Ljubljana at Red Cat Tattoo Studio. I think it was 120 euros and it probably took about 20 to 30 minutes. And yeah, it was a pretty like chill first tattoo experience, and it didn't really hurt, honestly. I was really scared about the pain because everyone told me it's really gonna hurt. I'd probably give this like a 2 out of 10. I don't know. I just remember I was like, oh, this is it? Like, what? Okay, moving on. This next tattoo is, at the beginning, had no meaning whatsoever. So let me tell you a little story. So that day in the morning, I remember I was like, oh, it would be so pretty to have like a little flower on here. I think it would just look really nice. And then I had like a sister date with my sisters. We're really close. I love my sisters. And we got some sushi, and I was just explaining to them how I think it would look so nice on here. And then I decided to go to the Red Cat Tattoo Studio right after because it was really close, and I just came in and asked them like, when can I come in for a really small tattoo? And I was expecting them to say like in a few weeks, and he was like, oh, you can come back in an hour. I have like a little free slot. And I was just like, yeah, that sounds pretty good. And I had no idea what I wanted. I didn't really have a design. So yeah, pretty spontaneous decision. But I went in and I got the tattoo. It probably took like 5 minutes, honestly. It did not hurt at all. Again, a 1 or a 2. I think it was 80 euros, which is pretty expensive for like 5 minutes. I don't know, but they usually have like a minimum. When I was getting it done, I was like, oh, what could this mean for me? Because I don't think all tattoos have to have meaning, but it's just nice that when you look at it, you sometimes remember the meaning. I just like that. It's a little collection of like things that I want to remember. And so I was like, oh, I write with this hand, and the name of my book, which will be out hopefully soon, it's getting edited right now. The title of my book has something to do with flowers, so I was like, writing, I could not survive without writing. Like, writing makes all of this make sense and nothing else does. So yeah, a little dramatic to say, but I think writing really did like save my life many times. And so yeah, but then it also just reminds me of like hanging out with my sisters, because we were at like a little sister date right before I got them, and they're like really special to me as well. They're like the most important people in my life. So Yeah, again, many different meanings, I guess, but originally I really did get it just like because I liked it. Okay, my next tattoo is even more, I guess, spontaneous. I don't know. I was going through a spontaneous phase, let me tell you. At that point, I was going through a little bit of a heartbreak, and I was just in that state where I was like, I just want to try new things. I want to like get outside my comfort zone and just like have a good time, have like an adventurous life. And so that was like the spring/summer, and so I was doing a lot of stuff at that time. But one of the things that I did is that I got a tattoo without knowing what it's gonna be at all. So I got this message from this guy. I'm gonna have his Instagram right here. He messaged me and he was like, I have this project where like I just sit down with people, I talk with them, and then like just based on our conversation I create like a tattoo, and you don't know what it is until it's on your body. And so at that point I was like, sounds freaking amazing. That's what I need right now, obviously. And yeah, so I said yes. I wanted to get a new tattoo at that point, so I was like, okay, I guess life presented an opportunity, so here I go. I was a little bit nervous, especially about the placement, because that's the thing that I'm really particular about. If I get like a funny tattoo, I'm fine with it, because it's at least like a funny story or whatever. But if it's in a weird spot, I'm gonna be really upset. But he did ask me about my preference when it comes to the location of it, so that was all good. And so yeah, we just kind of talked about my life, what I've been through, my like philosophy, just like a nice deeper conversation. And yeah, then I sat down, and this is my only stick and poke tattoo. So it's this one right here, and it says there is a reason behind. And I never planned to get any words on me at all. Like I was like, I would rather get like something that resembles that message instead of like writing it. But this is like one of my favorite tattoos now, honestly. I mean, they're all my favorite, but I really, really like it because I didn't realize how much I say this, like everything happens for a reason, until I got it. Because now every time I say it, I like point it, like everything happens for a reason, dude. And yeah, I say it all the time, and I really believe in it, like so much. I like the placement, I like that other people can read it, but it's not like a cheesy everything happens for a reason quote. It's there's a reason behind, and then you're like, behind what? So yeah, I really like it, and it really wasn't painful at all because it was stick and poke. But it did take a lot longer. I think it took like 2 hours, but it's done really, really, really well for like a stick and poke tattoo. There's no little empty spots. It's amazing. So very happy with that. I never see it. I only like get reminded of it when I like point to it, or when someone mentions it that's like walking behind me or something. But yeah, I really like it. Okay, and then the last tattoo I just got like not even 2 weeks ago, so it's still not completely healed. But I am so in love with it. It's this like bigger flower piece. I got it done by Nina in Maribor. I'll have her Instagram right here. The best tattoo experience ever. I loved getting a tattoo by her. It's done so well. There's so many details. It's beautiful. Like I was so happy with everything with this, with my experience there. Like it took about 4 or 5 hours, I think, and I felt like I was sitting on my couch. Like I was so comfortable. I'm so happy with it. It's healing really well. As I said, it's not even been 2 weeks, so it's still peeling a little bit, but it's mostly healed. So yeah, I'm so happy with it. I've always loved like bigger flower pieces. I'm probably gonna get many more on my arms. I just love arm tattoos, and I think flowers looks so nice. So yeah, I did get it because I just really liked it, and I've always loved that. Anytime I would see it on someone, I'd be like, oh my god, that looks so great, I'm gonna get that one day. The meaning for me is like a blooming relationship with myself. I think that's the main point, like just a growing, blooming relationship that I have with myself, and like that comes with, you know, confidence and self-respect and self-worth and all those things, and I think that's a good reminder to have. This one didn't hurt a lot at all, but because I had to have my arm like this, I was laying down and had to have it like this, it got pretty uncomfortable. Like my arm hurt, and again, it was pretty long, and it did hurt a little bit more on this side. I remember that, but this really didn't hurt. By the end, it hurt a little bit more, so I would say like a 3 or a 4, but just because she was working on it for like a few hours, so I feel like my skin was like a little bit exhausted. So yeah, I would say like a 3 or a 4 out of 10 for sure. It really wasn't bad. So yeah, those are all of my tattoos so far. Obviously I'm gonna get so many more, but I get quite a few questions about my tattoos, so I just thought I would do this video and then just make updates as I go. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed this video. Let me know if you have any questions. I probably forgot a few things, a few details that you might want to know. So yeah, just let me know, and I hope you have a beautiful day, and I'm gonna see you soon.